In this video, let us discuss about two-dimensional arrays in C. In the last video, we have seen arrays with one dimension. In C, it is possible to create arrays with more than one dimension. These are known as multi-dimensional arrays. Two-dimensional array is the simplest form of multi-dimensional array. A two-dimensional array can be visualized like a table. That is, it has rows and columns. The syntax of declaring two-dimensional arrays is data type, array name, row size, column size. When we declare a two-dimensional array, we must specify two separate sizes. The first size is the maximum number of rows in the table and the second size is the maximum number of columns. Each size is enclosed in separate pair of square brackets. For example, let us declare an array with row size 5 and column size 4. We can visualize the array as 5 by 4 matrix. The array has got 5 rows and 4 columns. As in the case of one-dimensional array, each element has an index value. Here the index value is a combination of row index and column index. Each row has an index value starting with 0 up to row size minus 1. Similarly, each column has an index value starting with 0 up to column size minus 1. Hence, the first element has array index 0, 0, row index 0, column index 0. Second element has index value 0, 1. Next element 0, 2. Last element in that row is 0, 3. First element in the second row has index value 1, 0. Next element is 1, 1 and so on. Here the total number of elements that can be stored in the array is 5 into 4 equal to 20. Let us declare another array called price with 3 rows and 2 columns to store integer elements. Int price 3, 2. Here the array can store a maximum of 6 elements. Hence, when the array is declared, 6 contiguous blocks of memory will be allocated. Remember, here the blocks are allocated contiguously. For the sake of better understanding, let us visualize the array as table with 3 columns and 2 rows. The row indices are 0, 1 and 2 and the column indices are 0 and 1. Let us see how to initialize a two-dimensional array. In order to initialize two-dimensional arrays, there are 2 methods. First method is we can initialize two-dimensional array by simply specifying the elements in 2 curly braces. How the elements are stored in the array. First element is stored at location 0, 0, next element at 0, 1, next at 1, 0, next at 1, 1, next at 2, 0 and the last element at 2, 1. All the elements will be stored in a consecutive fashion. But sometimes this method is confusing. Better method for initialization. Here also the elements are initialized in the same way that we have done earlier. But the advantage of this initialization is that we can visualize it properly. This represents row 1, this represents row 2 and this depicts row 3. Here we surround each row with curly braces. We can also initialize the array without explicitly mentioning about the row size. However, we cannot omit column size. Now let us see how to access two-dimensional array elements. We can access the elements using row index and column index. The syntax is array name, row index, column index. For example, price 0, 0 means the first element. Price 0, 0 equal to 1 means 1 will be stored in the location with row index 0 and column index 0. Price 1, 1 equal to 4 means 4 will be stored in the location with row index 1 and column index 1. Now let us see how to read value into two-dimensional array. In one-dimensional array, we have used a single for loop. In two-dimensional array, we require nested loops. Assume that the user wants to input the values 1, 2, 3, 4 and 6. Let us take 2 variables I and j to store row index and column index respectively. I is initialized to 0, I less than 3 condition true, j is initialized to 0, j less than 2 condition true, scanf %d ampersand price of I, j. That is 1 is stored in location with row index 0 and column index 0. Next increment j becomes 1, j less than 2 condition true, scanf %d ampersand price of I, j. 2 is stored in location with row index 0 and column index 1. j plus plus j become 2, j less than 2, condition false, go to outer loop, I plus plus I becomes 1, I less than 3, condition true, j is reset to 0, j less than 2, condition true, scanf percentage d ampersand price of I j. 3 is stored in the location with row index 1 and column index 0, j plus plus j becomes 1, j less than 2, condition true, scanf percentage d ampersand price I j. 4 is stored in location 1 1, j plus plus j becomes 2, j less than 2, condition false, go to I plus plus I becomes 2, I less than 3, condition true, j is again reset to 0, j less than 2, condition true, scanf percentage d ampersand price of I j. 5 is stored in location 2 0, j plus plus j becomes 1, j less than 2, condition true, scanf percentage d ampersand price of I j. 6 is stored in location 2 1, j plus plus j become 2, j less than 2, condition false, I plus plus I becomes 3, I less than 3, condition false, and exit from the loop. That means we have finished reading all the elements. Now let us see how we can print the values of an array. Here also we have to use nested loop. ij represents row index value and column index value. For I equal to 0, I less than 3, I plus plus. For j is equal to 0, j less than 2, j plus plus. Printf percentage price of I j. The loop works in the same manner as we have seen in the case of scanf. When this code is executed, we will get the output 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6.